Welcome to Who Gives a F, yeah? Where we as real people, quite frankly, don't give a fuck. The question is, do you? Remember, guys, if you want to follow us, yeah, you can still follow us on all platforms, which is convo_nation. So Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, the likes of all of that. And yeah, so we're going to be discussing a few topics today, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, and seeing who gives a F about what and who doesn't give a F about what. Yeah. So, hi guys.
Hi.
You right?
You saying Missy?
Yeah. Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to plug your thing, let them know where they
Catch
can
me,
reach you.
Instagram, Mr. Bobby B. Yeah, you know where I'm at.
You can catch me on Insta, Leanne E, or catch me on Snapchat, xxleah.
And obviously myself, Missy Brownskin, on everything except Twitter and Facebook. Leave me alone. That's for the old folk. So we're gonna jump in with a little topic that's a bit personal to me, guys. I feel like I'm doing a little reveal here.
Wow.
Yeah, because I am with child. Yes, this is what sex does when you're enjoying it. And yeah, guys, so we're going to be talking about pregnancy. If that's not obvious already, I haven't eaten too much. This is a child growing in my stomach. I'm halfway through my journey. Thank God, because I'm tired. I need to serve this kid an eviction notice. But obviously, Leanne is not pregnant. Bobby is not pregnant.
I'm just bloated. She's the only one pregnant on the cast. I just yam rice and peas.
I'm pregnant for all of us, yeah? So obviously, me and Bobby are both parents. Leanne's not a parent, but obviously, so what? You can still chime in.
Yet.
You get
I
me?
don't have certain problems yet.
Yeah.
And clearly, I like problems because this is my third time going. So yeah, third time lucky.
So you better let the kids know this is what unprotected sex looks like.
It is, yeah.
This is our first baby, guys.
It's definitely our first baby on We Don't Give a F, and this baby don't give a F because right now I'm feeling kicks. I'm not gonna lie, so this is mad. But yeah, Bobby. So how many have you got? Like 10?
How many you know?
No,
3.
really.
I know 3.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm catching up
I
to
don't know
Bobby.
about any stray shots, but yeah, I got 3. You know
3.
what I mean?
Yeah. So how was it when, obviously not when you were pregnant, but when their mum or their mothers were pregnant? Yeah. Did you find it hard to cope with them?
Yeah, because you don't have some weird like stuff like eating ice or
Why is that weird? This water.
And why is that hard
yeah,
to
but
cope with?
Yeah.
crunching ice like my teeth are sensitive. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
So the moment I hear it, it gives me that shiver down my spine. But you don't do some weird shit. So women can be very emotional while pregnant. So yeah.
So when they're not pregnant, they're not emotional. Just
No,
when they're
I mean a bit more emotional while
Okay.
pregnant, I should say.
hormones.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very different, but you got to cater to it. So, yeah, it was hard for me because I've had kids like young. So when I had my first one, I was like 18.
Yeah.
So to be dealing with a highly emotional teenage mum was a bit, you know what I mean, a bit weird. But yeah,
I guess that's why they say babies shouldn't be having babies.
So didn't
Baby
anyone
shouldn't be having
pre-warn
me.
you about what was...
they pre-warned me. They told me to wear a condom. They didn't tell me if I didn't wear a condom, they have to deal with all this fuckery.
So you
That's
just-
the thing they didn't teach me. You know the
You
one
just
there.
didn't give an F,
No,
eh?
I didn't give
Yeah,
a fuck.
you didn't.
That's what it is.
3 times.
3 times.
Okay. And your second? How was the pregnancy that time?
I went around.
Was that same mum?
The same mum,
Okay.
but we weren't together, so it was weird.
Let me throw in a quick sidebar, yeah? Because a lot of people sometimes get offended when people ask them, is their second child for the same person? Like, when I say people, I'll say women, yeah? Do men feel away when people ask you that? Is it something... Because I've never actually asked a man that before.
I feel like with men,
Yeah.
it's more kind of like before I had my daughter, when I used to go out or a woman says, "Raw, so you got how many kids you got?" I got 2. The next question is always,
Do they have this?
how many baby mothers you got?
Okay.
And I'm like, 1. And when they hear that, it's like, whoa.
Do you
Yeah,
feel
you're
offended
an
by that
option.
though?
No,
You're
but it's always
basically
like,
an
hold
option
on.
moving
Okay.
You
forward.
got 2 for what? And then when I told them that my kids don't live in London, oh shit, then it was like raw.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
you're an
fine.
option.
Yeah.
You've become an option.
Because I
It's even
feel,
better.
because the reason why I asked is because I feel like whenever you're a woman and you have multiple children, people are always quick to be like, oh, is it the same dad?
Yeah,
Or, oh, do they have the same dad? And I wonder why women are more defensive about that than men.
I feel like I don't think random people are gonna ask you that question, I feel like you're gonna know the person to a certain extent. Like, I'm not gonna ask somebody that I found to be pregnant, oh, are all your kids with the same
Don't
dad?
get twisted. Some
It's
people
gotta
are
be a
bright like that.
personal-
Yeah, like, I
yeah,
just
I
feel
get-
like
I
it's
get-
so
yeah, yeah,
Some
personal,
people
like,
are bright like
yeah,
that.
they're feisty, but
Or they know of your business and they're just trying to
Fish.
see
I
what.
still
Yeah,
think it's a feisty question.
yeah,
So,
it is.
like,
Because why is that your business?
yeah, it would have to be like someone who actually already knows your life to a certain extent. They're not just gonna come up to you and be like, you know him, you know
Yeah.
who breed me.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
difference does
yeah.
it make? You get me?
Yeah, it's always someone that you probably would know.
Yeah, they're not just
That
gonna
would-
be
that
like,
would-
oh, so what's his name? What's your first? You might as well ask what the first baby father's name is.
But as a man, we get that regular though. That's one thing.
Yeah.
If you go out and you say you got kids, especially if you say you got kids, the next
Plural.
question is always, how many baby mothers you got?
But then, like I said, it could be a question in jest because they're interested in you. Because, like I said, like, a woman asking a male all these things is probably because you might become an option based on your answers.
Just trying to gauge.
But-
Yeah.
but
Oh,
what-
so it's not all in South. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a good light at the end of the tunnel, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But girls look at things
You're still an
differently.
option, Bobby. You
Yeah,
carry on
yeah.
still. You
No,
carry on.
no, it's real talk. It's like and cool. So it's we look at it different. So and so with a woman having multiple fathers, what we now look at as grown men, because as a youth, well, you look at things a bit differently. So now I have to look at it now as a grown man. You look at and cool. If she has multiple dads, what's the relationship with the dads and the
children.
kids? That's the important thing, because regardless whether she has
Okay, so not what's the relationship like between her and the fathers of her kids? What is it like between the kids and the fathers?
yeah, a bit of both, because at the end of the
Okay.
day, it's like and cool. You don't have to have a relationship with the man in order for your kid to have a relationship
course.
with the man. So that just shows your character alone.
Yeah.
So whether you have 3 from 3, 4 from 4, 5 from 5, it don't matter, because if all them 5 kids have a relationship with their dad, at the end of the day, it don't matter.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
shows
yeah.
that raw.
Well, it
obviously-
does to the person that's asking.
I think.
Yeah, for me, it just shows a character.
Do you know
what I'm
what?
saying?
I'll throw
And then-
a little curveball in there though, because there are some men that would feel like if you've got 4 baby daddies and 4 kids, and you're good with them, you co-parent with all 4 of them, and you have a healthy
Or even
relationship,
even
or
three out of 4.
whatever
You
the
don't need to
number
be
is.
perfect.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
some men would have a problem with that
They're still
because
gonna
they'll
ask.
feel intimidated by that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to pick up a woman with children and they're naturally, obviously, her responsibility. Now, my thing is this. If you've now picked up a woman with 4 children, 4 baby dads, and she's got healthy, good relationships with these baby dads, some insecurities might start to play.
Yeah,
Because you might be
yeah, no,
thinking,
it's
oh,
true.
so she might still be laying down with one of them or 2 of them or whatever.
It's not,
And some men
because-
might feel like, actually, if she's got unhealthy relationships with them, then it makes it easier for him because then there's no other male presence around.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
Well,
get what I'm
some men
saying?
prefer
So it
that.
flips.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. No,
I just think it's a
true.
good. I feel like it's a feisty question, but it's a good question to ask in general. Because look at that situation with the man that come and brought his youth McDonald's.
Oh,
Oh, I
I've
see
seen that.
that.
See
Yeah.
that?
Yeah?
Yeah. So for anyone that
and
doesn't
he
know
got
what
cussed
Leanne's
out.
talking about, basically a guy has brought McDonald's for his child. He's brought the McDonald's to
Which
his
the
ex
mum
or the
asks.
mother's child. Yeah.
The mum asks,
and she's
yeah.
got other children, and he's at the door, and she's saying, "Well, why have you only brought one?" So he starts throwing the McDonald's upstairs to the child for the child to catch the chips, the burger, whatever it is. And people in the comments are literally going back and forth saying, "Why must he feed the other children?" Or actually he's a bad person. Now, me personally, I don't know about it. I'm never on the fence here. You lot know I don't give a F, but my thing is this. I think if you're a decent man, and I might be biased because my dad had me with my mum first, and then when they got divorced, my mum moved on and had 2 other children. But whenever my dad provided for me, he also brought for my brother and sister, even though they weren't his children. So to me, that's a good man, and I don't see what the problem with doing that is. I don't see how society will be like, oh well, they're not his kids. That's rude, because people adopt kids and they're not their
I
kids,
feel like it's a
and they look after
it's
them.
a catch-22.
You have stepkids and you look after them.
I don't
Yeah,
have
okay,
no
cool.
kids.
You have nieces and nephews who
I don't have
aren't
no
actually
kids.
your kid.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
If I had, let's put it like this, right? Even though I don't have no kids, I just feel like I couldn't fault a man for doing right by your kid. It don't matter how many I have. You've got this
Yo.
kid you're
See, my thing
this
is-
kid you're paying for
my
tonight,
thing is this,
right?
before I forget.
can't put the money in his pocket
Right.
to feed the rest of my pitney. So I just feel like there's
That's
a time
right.
and a place. If my kids felt a way about the one kid having McDonald's, I will take you
Right,
to McDonald's and
right.
buy it. It's not his responsibility.
Yeah.
It's not for me to be telling him how he was raised. The facts are he bought his youth one.
But then-
so he gets away with
But
it.
you see, the problem with that is that can cause animosity between the
But
children.
that's
And then
individuals'
also,
problems.
yeah,
Because
but,
I don't come from
as
that.
a responsible man, he should think that if I'm gonna do that, maybe I should took my kid out of that environment. And
But that's not gonna be
if
the
he
case
if he took that kid out individually and brought that kid whatever, the other kids at home ain't seeing that.
I think apparently they said he was going work.
And this is my thing as
They
well.
said he was going work.
And this is
then
my
he
thing as
brought
well.
the McDonald's for
I'm
his
not
youth.
saying that I have an expectation.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
what
putting
I'm
an
saying.
expectation on him that he must provide for kids that are not his. However, what is the problem if he did?
I don't think there's any problem, but I'm saying you can't you're not paying for it. So you can't be the one to orchestrate how many of your kids get fed tonight. And for me, I'm so bossy that if I did have kids with Bear Man and you come with McDonald's for one of my youths, I'm taking the kids McDonald's.
Hold on. So
just
let me
to show
let me
you
flip
can't
it.
style on us.
So the phone call was probably raw. Your youth's hungry, because this seemed like the woman assumed that when she called for the youth to have some food, that he was automatically going to buy for the rest of the kids.
That's the problem.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It didn't look like she said
Can
the
you?
youths are hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you buy food for yours and mine? She didn't. It didn't sound like it was clear.
And because we don't have any
Remember,
other context, for all we know, he
Right.
might have provided
Yeah, and
before.
this is what it looked
And
like.
that
And
could
you
be
remember,
why
yeah?
she was annoyed.
This is not his use. Just remember that, when you're not together, if you remember, there's always going to be out and call, well, okay, we're not together and you don't include me with your kids anymore. Yeah? So when you're calling me for say, out and call, let me feed, your youth's hungry. You don't include me when nothing that goes on with these youths. I don't know if they're good in school. I don't know if they're bad. I don't know if they're broke, they're told. I don't know nothing. Unless I come around there, you might mention it, but you're not including me as a father, yeah? So if you're not including me as a father, and you're calling me to say, raw, your youth's hungry, I'm saying, my youth is hungry.
Yeah, but it's like
and
what
my
Missy
money saying,
said.
Happy Meal, listen, I got £5 in my pocket, £5
Yeah,
that
but
can
like
buy my
Missy,
youth food.
like Missy's dad, like obviously I'm Jamaican.
But it's the relationship with the mum.
We feed everybody picnic, everybody daughter, everybody mother, everybody gets
But that's
fed. It doesn't matter.
relationship.
But no. What I'm trying to say is, if I have it, you will get
Yeah.
fed. Yeah, it don't matter your relation. It don't matter how I know you. If you're picnic and you're there and it's
Right.
eating time, you get
Right.
fed.
Right.
So like Missy's saying, her dad. We already know how he's coming. Yeah. He bought everybody food. My dad probably would have done the same thing.
Even
the
so-
point
so-
is, if you
so what if you never had the money?
you don't deserve to get what I'm saying
Okay.
is, if you don't do
Then you
it,
don't
you
do
don't
it.
deserve
Yeah.
to get cussed off, because to me, you feeding your child is the first good start.
Yeah, of
That's the
course.
first good start. It's
All right.
not for me to tell you got to feed the rest of my
But for
youth, because
me,
I've got their
like
dad's number.
I'm saying, if you do, but back to the point, it didn't sound like she was clear to say,
Yeah.
raw, I need you, that raw, the kids are hungry. Not, it looked like she just raw.
And that's
She
what
came
I'm
at the door,
saying.
she's like,
Right.
so you bought 1 meal for
And
your
that's
youth.
what I'm saying,
Wait,
because we don't have any background
yeah.
content.
Yeah, so it's a bit-
For all we
it's
know,
tricky.
he's done it before, and now he ain't doing it. Hence her response. Now
I
I,
just
would
didn't
say
feel like
if
he
it,
had to.
I don't feel he has to. I don't think he has an obligation to
You
the
don't-
other
you don't have
children.
that
But I think
obligation.
you could be a decent person
Yeah,
and do
that's
it.
it, but-
I think me personally, as I am, if I'm dating someone who's got kids, for example, now my guy's got kids other than this kid. I've got my own kid, so we're now a combined family.
Yeah.
I would not bring this child something and know his son's at the
Yeah,
house.
that's
And
But
not
hold on,
bring-
on the flip side,
Hold
Missy,
on. I would
Right.
not go to his house with this child now we're having. Remember, I've got my 2 kids. He's got his own kids. I would not now come to his house when I know his sons are there and bring something for this one and know his kids are there and not bring it. That's not my way. I don't like
Yeah.
things like that. If I only have enough from our kid, that will get given to my kid in a separate environment, because I think that's not fair.
You're not bad
I wouldn't
man.
want to do that.
You're not bad
It's not
man,
in me to move like that, even though I'm not obligated to look after his kids.
Yeah,
They're
but,
not mine.
but if you call your baby
Don't
father,
do it everywhere.
if you call your baby father to say raw, okay, cool, let's just put yourself in that woman's position. If you're gonna call your baby father and say, could it sound like she said like it was supposed to be, like she said, cool, my you wants McDonald's. Yeah, you're gonna call and say, raw, what does my youth want from McDonald's? Now, if you got a bag of pitney clearly that conversation was not had, because you're gonna say, what does the youth then want? If that conversation weren't had, then clearly you should know he ain't forwarded with nothing else apart from his youth things. You understand? Because when I go to McDonald's and I'm gonna phone my baby mother, like, aye, cool, my baby mother's got 3 other kids that ain't mine. But if I'm going to the shop and she calls me and says, raw, boom, buy some McDonald's, she's gonna say, buy it for the kids. Okay, what do they want? One wants burger, one wants chicken burger, one wants nuggets. It's all different things. Not very rare they're all gonna want the same fucking thing. So at the end of the day, like, raw, that conversation definitely you can see weren't had, because you can't just like, raw, and you're gonna order your things for your use.
All right. So
That's
in
what I look at.
that circumstance, just to wrap up that topic, if you're in that situation, are you buying it? Do you give an F or not?
Me not give 2 rascals. Yeah, and the truth that nobody, you see me, if I lay down and have picnic with multiple man, it's because I'm good. Yeah? I'm good. I don't need you to buy shit. I don't need you to buy McDonald's. I will take the youth. The same time you're trying to exchange the one Happy Meal, me and my kids are already on the way to McDonald's. So you cannot style us.
Yes.
You can begin to style us, and you can never style us.
That's
it just
it.
now gonna work for no.
it.
And I'll be honest, I'm also the type of person that, like, does everything I do with chest.
Yeah.
If I was the baby father, I don't business. That's not my you.
Yeah.
That is not my you. And I didn't
Stand
tell
by it.
you to go and sleep with next man either. You already know how I stay. And that's what it is. I don't come from a household where I've got that sensitivity to that situation. My mum and dad was together. My dad knows what he was responsible for ultimately, and that's that. I don't actually know what it's like to share and join families together, and that is something that's the reason
might
why
come.
this is interesting.
Yeah.
Because it shows you how to do it.
Hopefully, when that time comes, we'll play this back, see if Leanne has the same stance.
I will be married when I have the kids. I've gone this far without having any. My God, yeah.
That's another topic for another time. And you?
For me, I mean, like I said, it's gonna come down to the relationship I have with my baby mother. If me and her's cool, and she calls me and says, "Raw, the youths need a food," I'll forward with the food. Because
So if you're cool with her, you're feeding the other kids. If you're not cool with her, you're not feeding them.
simple as that.
Wow, you really don't give a F.
Simple as that.
I think we know where I stand on this one. I think if I'm good with my baby father or not, regardless, if I'm feeding my kid and his other kids are there, I'm feeding them too. I'm not wicked and bad man like that.
They got
That's what, that's bad. I think I can't even say if I was a man, because I don't do that. My
father.
treatment of children does not pertain to my relationship with the adult.
Mine does.
That's bad mind.
Mine does.
No, I can't do
that.
that.
Why? Because if you ex-mate of the youths them life, don't expect you to feed them blood.
Missy is decent.
Yeah?
She's
Go
a
and
decent
call in
lady.
your ass, Clark, seed them.
And
She's
that's
a woman.
it. You
Yeah,
know?
she's a woman. She's
At the
with
end-
emotion.
All right.
You need her for starve.
Let's jump on to how decent I am. Pregnancy sex. Come on. If you're horny, let's do it. Hey, ride it. Come on. I'm not gonna I ain't been riding.
Right, what?
So let's talk about how
Okay, so
we get to this.
all right, let me not lie. So obviously, a lot of people did not know
I was on a
pregnant.
pill, yeah. Guess what happened?
No,
yeah?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep it so 100 because I don't give a fuck. So obviously, for people that don't know, I'm not gonna go into it because it's too depressing. But I lost my mum, literally, and 2 days later I found out I was pregnant. So that was already like I'm already going through it, and then to find out I was pregnant, I was like, what? But for anyone that knows me knows I've always wanted another child. Like and I've always said I want my boy. I want my boy pick me. I want my boy pregnant. So obviously I've got 2 girls. And I don't know what I'm having yet, but I will next week. Yeah.
Wait.
See the corner of my eye, call you. But yeah, literally. But like my contraception story was kind of funny, but yeah.
Well, it never worked. Is that how the story
Basically,
goes?
it ran out. Yeah.
never worked.
It ran out. COVID, it ran out, and then they told me I had an extra year's protection. Clearly, NHS was chatting shit.
NHS is
But because obviously I thought, you know what, it's a blessing, innit? My mum's just passed, so you know what they say when one gone, the next one gone. So
true.
So literally, I was like, yeah, cool. Do you know what is what it is? So we're happy. We're expecting my third, his fourth. My third, his fourth. I had to think about that. Yeah. So it's a very combined family.
Yeah.
So wait, did you ask
Bobby's
that
like,
question?
What? Yeah, what about what?
Hold
Does he
on,
have?
so-
How many do
Oh
you
no,
have
because
inside?
I
question
already
is,
knew him
what-
from
you
years
got two
ago.
girls?
I already knew. So I've got 2 girls. He's got 3 boys.
That's nice. It's
So-
your boys, them dear.
And my auntie was like, if you have twins, one
It's a
of each.
toss-up, innit? It's a
But
toss-up
it's a
right
toss
now.
up because I want a
Literally, it's a
boy.
toss-up.
He's
toss-up.
scared of having a girl because obviously all he knows is children. But I'm like, bruv, you've got 3 boys. You don't need another boy.
A girl
Like,
is a girl
would be-
child is a blessing. For all you
Yeah,
have.
but I don't want a
don't
girl
get
child. I don't want girls are long.
Well, you've had 2 already.
it's long. I don't
so-
want no more
So
girls.
question is, so your baby father has other children.
Yeah.
Right. So have you met any of the baby mothers yet?
Fua, listen.
It's called joining the family.
They know me. I don't know them.
You need to know them.
I mean, you know.
I mean, I know of,
in the world of
but I don't need to know
2022,
because at the end
you
of the
know?
day, it's not like it's a sister wives thing, and
It is,
we're
you
not
know.
living under the same roof.
Okay,
and
fair.
so how old is? So if you
I'm
don't
doing
mind
me,
asking,
and they're doing them.
How old is his youngest prior to
Child,
Yeah, prior to
2 going on 3.
yours? Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
so that
If I
baby
have a
mother
baby
is,
father, we're gonna
that's
be
why,
sister
That's why
wives.
I asked you because
We
that
are.
could
Only
more
way
than
it's
likely
running
the
with
reason
me.
why I'm asking you because your child is closer to age with his
Yeah,
youngest child
than the other
so
2. Yeah.
more than likely out of any other the other kids, more than likely you're gonna see
Yeah.
or meet the latest baby mother.
Yeah. I
Prior
mean,
to
we've
you.
seen each other in
You get what I'm-
passing,
you get what I'm
but
saying?
not, we've
All
not
right,
had
knowing
no
the natural
official.
order
I'm
of
just
things.
saying, isn't it? Like,
But
what?
let's jump back
the youngest
onto-
child, you know what I mean? Youngest child, youngest
Obviously,
baby, you know what I'm saying?
the youngest.
But yeah, let's jump back onto pregnancy sex. Obviously,
It's a
right.
family affair, isn't
so
it?
how did you find pregnancy sex, Bobby? Obviously, you weren't pregnant, but you know, was it
good.
weird for you?
Nah.
Because I know some men are a bit like, no.
No, cause I was told from young that the pregnant pussy is a good pussy, and the man told me this from a long time. So obviously, as soon as my baby mother was pregnant, I was like, right, okay.
So you had an
Let me see
expectation.
what I
Test out
want.
the 9.
Let me test out the 9. Huh? And it was good.
This
I did
feels
like
so
it.
wrong.
Yeah, no, the pregnant pussy, good pussy. As
Ah,
long as you don't poke at your baby head too tough, you haven't.
it's nowhere near.
Bullethead baby.
Yeah?
My
Get
God.
bullethead baby when you do them socks
Yeah,
there.
what it is.
Did you ever feel like there was a point where you shouldn't be doing it?
Yeah. When the baby got when the baby was real big,
Yeah.
then that's when I was a bit more scared. Cause I was like, right, imagine I poke. I was thinking all type of shit. Imagine I bust a bag. I was young, you get me? I was thinking, right, if I push up in there too tough, I might bust the bag, pick this up, come out, all type of. I was like, no, I don't want to bust the water. So when I was young, I was
head is
like,
actually
ease up.
hurting.
The bigger the belly got, I was more like, you know what, let me ease off. You get me? Yeah,
So how far was she? Because let's not act like we don't know.
I beat to about maybe 8 months. 7
It's
and a half.
good. It's actually
Helping
healthy.
dilate.
But then
it's
I
helping
was
dilate
I
at
was
that
on little pokes. I weren't on no full.
No wild. What about position?
Little
Lay on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go behind. You just.
Yeah.
Wiggle.
Was it worth it?
Of course.
What he said,
Squeeze off. Squeeze off real quick and go on my bed. Quickest thing to make you sleep.
Piece of a
You know what I mean?
present.
I mean, that is how it got there in the first place. So
What do you mean? You just put the
you
pillow.
know.
You just put the
I
pillow
know,
on it.
but
So
I
what are you
just,
saying?
I'm
When
trying
you're
to get
pregnant, you
details.
don't
You put the
know.
pillow underneath
I
the
just
belly.
want to know, like,
How
I'll
do
be
you feel?
honest. I'll be honest. It will be my first baby.
I'll
There'll
let
be
you
none
know.
of that shit.
Put the belly- listen.
I don't even want no bullethead baby.
What you
You
mean?
already know how
It's
I'm
calm
set
now.
up.
You're
look
gonna
at
want
her.
it still. You're
You
gonna
see
be
my
No
horny.
one want
daughters,
bullethead
they're
gonna
baby
be
this
horny.
minute. Me have to
You're
worry
gonna
about
be
bullies and all them something there. Can't bother.
Leanne, it's
You're gonna
okay.
be horny.
You
stay
will.
there.
I probably will, but because
Trust
I'm
me, you
nervous,
can't
it will
get
be my
enough.
first pregnancy.
Listen.
8 months, I'm not going to be having sex.
The horniness will overrule that.
Like,
You put
I'm
the
gonna
pillow
buy-
underneath the belly. You lay on her side. I see your baby.
What I'm trying to
stroke her
say
and
is,
get
you
some
could probably
goodness. You love it.
convince
You love
your
it,
baby
don't
mums
worry.
now to do them stuff at 8 months. But I'm telling you, like, for someone who's gonna have their first baby, like, I'm not gonna want to be having
Why
sex the month before I drop. I'm gonna be.
You stay there. You're gonna want that
pitney
pitney to come out of you.
Yeah.
You're gonna want the sex. You want something to activate that. You're gonna. Let me tell you something.
don't need
8 months
man
of
for
pregnancy.
sex.
8 months of pregnancy.
Period.
You're gonna like it. Let me tell you something. After 4 months, you're bored with it.
2022. I don't
You're
need
bored.
you.
That's
sex.
fine, but let me give you a little fact here. So obviously, when you're a pregnant woman and you
Tell her,
have
Missy.
an orgasm, yeah, what happens is you have these things called Braxton Hicks. They're basically fake labor pains. So when I had my first daughter, me and her dad had sex, yeah, and we had sex in a smart car. Don't ask me how that worked. It worked anyway. So we had sex in a smart car. Obviously, I was 19. Allow me, yeah. And then I went into labour. I was like, oh my God, I'm in labour. Sweating, pains, everything. Thinking, oh my God. Got to the hospital. My mum went, aunties, everyone come down the hospital for the doctor to come and be like, have you had any sex?
I know.
In the last 24 hours? I was like, you're asking me this question in front of my family. I was
why I'm
like,
not doing it?
They were like, you're having Braxton Hicks. It's fake labour
fake
pains.
thing,
It's not the real thing. I was so embarrassed.
No,
They sent me right home.
I'm not gonna be.
Kings were like, yeah, go home, bye.
One thing a Jamaican can't stand is shame. I'm not going to be embarrassed. And I tell them, no, I'll 2 months, 3 months before. I will never, ever be embarrassed about it, okay? I'm not going to have no lady telling me it was Braxton Hicks, Tony Braxton. It's not happening with me. I'm telling man, nah. And if you can't tell your man, nah, you have to wait liquor. Clearly, you're not cook good. Yeah, that's the truth. No, big man thing.
I hope we're capturing this, yeah, because we need to play this back.
For my future baby father.
She's gonna eat her words.
You're not having sex with me if my first you let this one come out easy now.
You're still gonna.
That helps.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is I don't know that, and I'm gonna have my one
It's
first
facts.
safe and sound. I'm gonna have to have my one safe
You're
and
gonna
sound
wanna be.
first, and
telling
then we
you.
can discuss that. Because I'll be honest with you, if anything happens to me and my youth, I don't care, you know. I'm not gonna love you through all of it.
Nothing
I'm
will
not.
happen. Listen, I could reassure.
For a little piece of cocky, me must mash up my picnic. No, sorry.
That's how you know she ain't had a kid yet.
Yeah, that's how you know, exactly.
That's how you know.
Exactly.
So she's not lying. No.
You will be alright.
In
Now-
the beginning, cool.
If you're talking about after, yeah, like post, then that's a different situation because most females seem to think that, and men think you can't get pregnant straight away. The same day you gave birth, you can get pregnant.
Okay, so it's
highly
kind of like,
Yeah.
because I don't have a kid, yeah, let's put it like this. If I go and eat, I don't know, a 3-course meal, and a guy wants sex half an hour later, I don't want to have sex. So let's do the maths. 8 months pregnant, do you want to have sex? No. I don't even want to have sex after a meal. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm too bloated, babes. That's how it's got to go.
Bobby, so post-pregnancy, yeah, how long did you wait?
That was, I think, the post-pregnancy was the most funny thing for me in terms of head, because obviously in my head I'm thinking, cool, you just pushed that at you. I know you never had no stitches and whatnot with my baby mother, but at the same time, like, I didn't really want to touch her. Like, after she had the pitney,
Fragile.
I was like, remember, I see the pitney come out your pussy. Like, just remember that.
The same picnic that you put in there.
Yeah, but I see it come out and it didn't look good. And then after that, you had the afterbirth, which is the big shock.
Placenta,
Because people
and
don't
all that,
don't remember that piece.
Yeah,
And people don't tell you, your baby mother's gonna breed, and then just watch out 10 minutes later because something else gonna pop out of her. But people don't tell you that. So the fucked up thing is that like, obviously that was the worst part of the pregnancy for me. So because my youths come out.
Yeah.
What happened is my baby mother was doing the all for, because my baby mother was like, I don't want a doctor looking at me. But the moment that she was going into labour,
You
she was
forget
on
all
some
that.
ish.
Yeah.
She didn't care. She was
Yeah.
on all fours,
Yeah.
skin out,
Yeah.
and 5 man
Yeah.
looking
You
down
don't
there.
care.
You
No,
know,
Yeah,
business.
you don't. Trust
I
me.
believe you
Didn't
had
care.
more dignity.
Yeah.
Didn't have
It
no.
goes out the window.
No,
said
it
she
goes
was-
out the
You
window.
don't business.
She
Trust
didn't
me.
care.
That pain when it licks you,
What?
this leg's there, this leg, north, east, south, west. That's literally it's mad.
You know how much people
Yeah.
looking down there? You look at
Yeah.
it thinking, what the fuck's going on? You know, bare people looking
But
at
you should have brought your
But-
cousins in or
But
something.
it was that type of, you know what I'm saying? So, but obviously after you see all that, and then my pitneys come out, and then you had the afterbirth, then it's like, you're scared to touch her. So for me, I waited about maybe like a couple of months.
Wow. No, do you know
What?
what?
No.
That's good.
What are the difference in ages between your kids? No, it's not good.
About 6 years.
Oh, okay,
There
cool.
you go. No, yeah. Do you
I
know
feel
what?
like
Some-
you might have find him next
Listen.
baby mother while in my weird.
I had a friend.
No,
I had a friend and she had sex 2 days after she had a baby.
Oh, no,
she got pregnant.
Yeah, it's called
That's
Irish
wild.
twins. That's,
Yeah, that's
I
couldn't
wild.
see it. I was like,
That's
nah.
my
wild.
culture.
I
That
couldn't
my
do it.
dad and my uncle are actually like
God.
that. But then when I asked my
say
grandparents
nanny couldn't wait?
where them I deal with, them say England it cool no blood.
I'm so done.
That's
so
what
they needed
happened.
comfort.
Serious. Most Jamaicans back in them times had enough kids because it was cold and they weren't used to England. And them never have not.
That's
Those
the
are some snuggle up.
excuse.
No,
some
there's
snuggle
no.
up thing.
It's actually real life.
They want a
the
love baby.
excuse.
It's real life.
Huh?
How many aunties and uncles you got?
Enough.
How many though? On one side, just say one side.
One time I might have about
Yeah.
Exactly. So what? So what? Them rich? No.
Hold on.
true.
But
They're not
they
rich.
should say it with their chest. They didn't give a F. They wanted to fuck.
No,
At the end of
they
the day,
did
don't use
give
the
an F.
cold as an excuse.
sorry. They
Because
did
when they're
give an F.
consistently having sex, if you're cold, you're going to have sex and then you're going to stop. They're not just glued
No,
to
I
each
feel like
other.
them was hugging to begin with.
Nah, man.
I feel like them I keep warm to begin
Yo.
with. They was hugging and then something just lead to something and now 9 picnic later.
That's crazy.
That's how it goes. If you
9.
realise,
Wow.
Windrush people have a lot of picnic.
Well. And I guess inflation and
You
the
don't know,
cost
no,
of
I don't
living
know
was
no
a lot.
granny that
was
has
a
2
lot
kids.
Yeah, we're Ricky
I
Sales
don't-
the Windrush.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
yeah.
2 kids is like our generation or our parents' generation.
Yeah, not our, because it come like people have multiple these days. I'm on my 3rd.
I mean,
yeah, some
3rd
girls,
is like 3
some girls are younger than me, and they're on like 4 or 5 kids. What?
Yeah.
I've seen like
Oh, you're right,
25-year-old
you're right,
girls.
you're
They
right.
got like 4 or 5
You're right,
children.
I know a
when
couple
are
of-
you
a couple
stopping?
young
Do you
girls
not
that's got
have
lot.
one? Or is it just like, are you just...
Depending on how
Go.
this finishes, because I'm halfway there, I think I might do one more.
Yeah,
I'll
so
do the
you're
4.
just
My mum had
calm.
4. 4's calm.
Yeah.
I never, do you know what's bad? Because when I was younger, I always said I didn't want kids. And then somehow I tripped and fell on Cocky and here we are. But yeah,
What area was that in case I fall over?
Peckham. Be careful.
Don't want to fall.
Don't walk in Peckham, it's dangerous.
Not trying to fall over.
Enough trip hazards around there, you know. Yeah.
Or any neighbouring areas, Brixton, Warford.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
walk.
yeah,
Walk in
Don't
the
walk.
road.
Yeah. Or cycle, they can't catch you. So, Leanne, when you going to start? Because I need, some godchildren.
So there's some rings, but not the right one.
Oh, for
and
God's
at the end of the
sake.
day, do you know what? The truth is, I feel sorry. If you're not married to me, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
All the things that you think is going to run, they're not going to be running. Unless you're my husband, of course. Respectfully.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm not, at my age now, I'm definitely not planning them. They just...
If it happens, it happens.
If it happened, it happened. But it's just wiser for you to be someone that's actually invested. I'm putting it out there. Just be someone who's actually invested in me because I'm going to make your life a nightmare, basically.
But let me tell you this, sometimes a ring does not make it better.
No, it doesn't. But you've already
You
given
can
me...
invest in someone and have security from someone that's not your husband.
Okay, I'll tell you what it
That's
does.
just
I agree with
that's
you.
a
I'll tell you what it
construct
does.
that's been
I'll tell you what
built
it
by the
does.
government and religious people to make people
I'll tell you
think
what it
that.
does.
So,
It lets my dad know
Yeah.
he's not spending any money. That's what putting a ring on my finger
but
does.
a good
Lets
guy
him-
can make your dad know that without that.
I understand that, but my
Yeah.
dad ain't hearing that. He needs paperwork.
But hear what I'm saying?
He's paperwork.
Daddy will go and leave you. You'll be left with the man.
Yeah, but
So
what I'm trying to say
remember
is
that.
that's what
Oh.
helps, because what I'm trying to say is sometimes it's like, what do I have to... I'm not saying that being married is like the ultimate
Yeah,
goal.
because some
but what I'm
married
trying to
women
say
are single
is,
mums and suffering.
if I...
So yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, at the end of the day, even them liared men that haven't done a good job with the commitment, at least they ultimately gave a sense of themselves to say, I'm going to try to commit to you. It's better than just having...
But sometimes it is.
Yeah.
But what I could say, sometimes it is a false security.
Exactly.
It is, but
Sometimes
guess
it's
what?
a false security.
Someone tried to false it with you.
Oh,
It
no,
doesn't.
man.
I'm just saying, like,
I mean,
I'm just saying the relationships that don't work, like people that get divorced, there's a lot of factors, and the majority of it is money. Why people are getting divorced nowadays, money. Secondly, I'm telling you what I require. This is why I don't know how to answer this
People-
business.
but
with
listen,
picnic.
people ain't getting
'Cause
divorced
I come
'cause of
from
money.
A marriage
costs
family.
bread.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you.
I mean,
So-
likewise, but
right,
at
but
the
I'm just
same
telling
time,
you.
I
So I'm
just feel
saying to
like
you.
I can see it from both sides. I don't let the fact that my mum and dad were married when they had me or anything else make me believe that that's the only way it can work. Because
No, but
life
it's
happens.
someone committing to
I
you.
know a lot of girls in our age group that were married and aren't happy, or they stuck in it for the wrong reasons, or the man only put it on there. A lot of men will tell you what you want to
My
hear
friends
just to
that are
get what
married
they
are
want.
happily
Oh, you
married.
mean?
So it don't mean nothing.
I've been
and
that
I
guy.
know a lot of people that aren't married and they're happy and
But
it works and it's
my
good.
Don't
friends
wait-
that are
don't
married
wait hard
are
on the
happily
sleeve.
married.
I remember people only let you see
So
or
it just
hear what they
depends.
want you to
No,
see or
but-
hear. You
but
know, we're
I'm-
not with them in their marriage. Leanne.
When you're 30 plus, that should just be your relationships in general.
No, you'll
My
think that.
business, your business,
think that.
and your business.
You'll
So what
think
I'm
that.
saying is, she could be married to her man. I might not know
No,
that.
yeah.
I'm just saying she could be married to
you
her
can
man.
be married without
She's
being
Muslim.
married. That's all I'm saying.
All
Let's
I'm
just
saying
not
is-
forget that.
All I'm saying is, for me, I'm single. I've dated. The next step for me, having a youth with someone, is a man committing to me, and then I will have your youth. Okay, I don't care about what it
So it's like your
looks
message. Look
like.
into the camera and put your
I
message
don't care
out.
about what it looks like. I'm just telling you, you've
Substance.
given me half of what I need.
Cash on POF.
Done.
Leanne.
Get out of here. Now, Bobby.
Next minute I have a baby for some random, and then when he's like, "Why you acting so blue?"
I cut out. Because I don't know who got random.
Then I'm like,
You got too much people around you that would not let that happen. So no randoms.
I wouldn't let it happen. So I might as well just
you
set
might
the
trip and
standard.
fall in Peckham and it happens.
I ain't, you know.
Bobby,
I
question
avoid
for
Peckham.
you.
What?
When, please do. When are you gonna stop? Because obviously you've already
Stop.
stopped.
When's your
Are you
last
having
kid?
any more? Yeah.
How old's your youngest?
6.
Yeah, he stopped long time.
Is it? Well, mine's 8.
Have you seen the gaps in
I'm
my
about
youths?
to,
My
yeah.
youths are all got big gaps, so it's 6. Like,
You did
literally
think that you were stopping.
around that.
So are you done now? Yeah.
Around that.
You done?
I could never be done as long as there's sperm running around in my wood. What are you even talking about? I'm done.
Yard man.
The only time I'm done is when my thing sees up and it not work no more. Yeah, you talking about?
I'm
done.
tired of you, lot. Yeah. I'm
I'm
tired.
That's what I need.
Not you.
How can a man be done and he's got things swimming around his odd? He can never
Do you know
be
how much man
done.
say I'm
He's the
done,
reason
I'm
I
tired.
need to be married, because what
Never
it
be
is
done.
yeah. You see,
Never.
when man do something, if Bobby was my husband, I would have the right to chop him. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? That's why I need to get married. I need man to know how I'm coming.
There's some girls that will chop him without being married.
I'll
to
chop
him.
him and tell him, why you think we take out that insurance? Don't try me. You understand? I need all of this leverage. I can't have just some basic leverage. I need top leverage,
Yeah.
which is
Leverage,
wifey.
you know.
You understand? Meaning, listen, I better get that for my pregnant girl because she's going to kill my ass today, you know? Not none of this, yeah, she's pregnant. When last did you speak to her? A week ago. I don't need none of that bullshit in my life
No,
because we
that's-
don't live together
that's
and
nuts.
stuff. I don't need all of that.
I said a week ago. I don't
no.
know who's.
I need my husband to know how I feel without me expressing it. Thanks.
Ross. Do you want to put your POF and your Tinder profile out there?
I don't have no Tinder. That's why I'm gonna get married here. Me nah no only
Well, I hear people getting married off Tinder and
Yeah,
them sites.
those are the ones that are divorced. My friends are happily
I
married,
thought you had profile you want to put out there.
and
for
they're
ladies.
young and happily married.
All right, cool. So we're gonna wrap up the.
Yeah,
break.
get married.
I'll try
That's
anything.
Did you see his face?
No.
Catch him. You see the girl that Bobby's talking to? Him nah get married.
I try anything.
my
Move on.
Why not? I try
Move
anything.
on.
Why not? I've tried having
move
pitney.
on.
I've tried relationship. I tried living with women. Why wouldn't I try getting married?
No, my
I just
head-
want to know.
Uncle
I need
P.
paracetamol.
Okay, so
Uncle P said it. Look, he's
what
still
about
there.
you? Because
He's
like
still
I said,
good.
you could be married already. It wouldn't be my business, especially
Wow.
with your religion.
Wow.
I grew up in a yard where I got 2 married parents.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to know.
Oh, so we're
You
all okay. So this is my thing. It could go either way.
It can.
Sometimes when you grow up under marriage, it can actually drive you away from it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I've said it on the show before. Some married people are not happy. They're not in love. Yeah, it's just a contract that's bound you together, and now you're doing it for the sake of the kids, and the kids grow up and see that, and they
Right.
don't want
Yeah,
that.
but I
you
don't
mean?
think it's that.
And some witness their parents in love, and then they want that. Because my thing is, I'm not married, yeah, but my daughters see me happy and in love, and then
Right.
them witnessing their mum receiving love is good for them.
But there's different levels
Do you
of
get what I'm
commitment. So
saying?
what's that? What term when you're not married but
civil
you're...
partnership,
Right. So
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is,
Civil.
to me, it not. Let's not talk about where it can go. Let's talk about what it means. That's what I'm on.
Who's
Can't
put
buy
those
what-
labels on things? That's why I
Exactly.
said earlier,
buy a
I
friendship
could
ring.
be married, but not on paper.
I do
I
understand
could
that.
get the security I need from a man. I could get financial security, emotional stability, and all the rest from a man.
Can you take half?
I can be living in. I don't need to.
Can-
Because
no,
what did you
but
say earlier?
I'm just saying.
From when you have your own, you
No,
have a
but
right to
I'm-
pay
no,
for
but
how
I'm
many
saying-
man you want.
Exactly,
Because
you
I
are
will
to
never be
ask, you see,
hungry.
security.
I will never be hungry because I
fake
have
sense
my
of
own.
security.
So even if this relationship was to pop down or the situation, I wasn't hungry before I met him, and I
It's
won't be
just
hungry
like
after.
what you and Bobby said.
You get what I'm
It's
saying?
still a fake sense of security. So
Not
some people can
really.
look at it like having a marriage is a fake sense
No,
of
it's
security.
like having
some
an
people
extra
can look at
income.
it as not having it.
It's like
as a
having an
fake
extra
sense of
income.
security.
His income is an extra income to me. Without it, I have my own income.
I'm just saying, Bobby,
So there's
in
nothing
Jamaica,
false.
Bobby, in Jamaica, your girlfriend cheat on you, are you vexed?
Yeah.
If your wife cheat on you, you vexed?
Yeah.
You go kill which one?
None of them.
Okay. I lie, I tell.
Some man will kill both.
I
to be
like-
honest.
I
You know
lie,
why?
I
You know
lie,
why?
Bobby, I
Let me tell
tell.
you something. I ain't doing no years in jail for no
killing
woman.
a
lie, I
girl.
tell.
Let me tell you something. She wants
The
skin out her
point that I
crutches.
was
Let me tell you-
making is
No.
that-
She wants skin out her crutches.
point that I
Make
was
her skin
making-
out her black crutches. Let me tell you
point
something. I ain't
that
doing
I
no
was
jail
making
time for no
is
pussy.
there's different
Well done.
strokes for for different folks.
I ain't doing no jail time for no
Period.
pussy.
Yeah,
I
you know
ain't
some
going
people
for
are
that.
mad.
I am not
That
doing
doesn't
know
mean
that.
nothing to them.
I do
Whether
know
they're married or not,
I
the
do know
same
that.
principle
I do
applies.
know that.
Because your
But
feelings,
what I'm
your
trying to
feelings
say
don't
is
recognize
there's
marriage.
man
If you
that
get
have
cheated on, whether you're married or you're
girlfriend,
not married,
wife,
the same thing still works.
fiance,
Yeah.
side chick,
Okay, cool.
baby mother,
And I
all
know
of them,
and
then put
man
them in
that's
different
doing all the
categories.
20
Why?
years for gal. We talking about, I
just
know a man
saying,
that's doing
you get what I'm
30
trying to
years
say?
for gal.
And some men have all 5, and some men treat them all equally.
Yeah, they do.
I've
but
heard
the point that
wives
I'm
getting
trying
the
to
same treatment as the
man.
side chick.
Yeah, but-
I've heard side chicks getting brought house, car, yard, and the wife hasn't.
But
that
what I'm saying is that's some side chick argument, because the side chick would really come to the wife and be going on like you're on the same things.
that's
but you're
my
not.
point.
And that's my
but
point.
But even though she's married, side chicks getting better treatment.
No, but
No,
fuck
she-
the
no,
treatment.
no,
It's
no.
a fake sense
No,
of
hold on,
security.
hold on.
That's what I'm saying,
Let me
forget the
pause you. Let me
treatment.
pause you 1 minute.
Forget the treatment.
Let me pause you 1 minute. So, materialistic things for the side thing is to compensate for time. The time you want to spend with his gal and his pitney, it's different. You don't need to spend. You don't need to buy his baby mother.
But guess what? Some men are spending more time
No,
with their side chicks than their
I
wife.
hear that.
this- but
But what
this
I'm
is
trying
why
to say
I
to
said it's a fake
you,
sense
you
of
don't
security,
need to buy your
that
baby
might
mother.
be
You don't
everything
need to
for
buy
the
your
side
family. You don't
chick.
need to buy your family. Your
But
family's already
the
there.
truth is, the truth is, it doesn't. I'm not talking about
The side thing
treatment.
gets all them things there.
I'm not talking about the
keep you
treatment.
to keep you quiet. Shut up.
What I'm saying is, I've never in my
I'll call you when I'm
life,
ready. Simple. What are you talking about?
I've never in my life like met a side chick that even wants to try, even though some of them do it. Like in actual people, I'm talking about. I've never seen their side chick try and style the wife, because they won't even do it. The man probably will stop
Some of
dealing
them are
with
happy
them.
with their
Totally.
place.
Of course.
They're happy with
So
their
it don't
place.
matter all the
course.
treatment you
They
feel
play
like
their
you
position.
get. If
but-
you take the piss, you can have next side chicks.
But side thing's supposed to know about
And you
wife.
can also have an ex-wife.
But I'm
therefore,
saying you gotta go through litigation. I'm not.
course.
Everyone can have an ex-wife. That's why, like you said, I agree. It is a full sense
Yeah,
of security
in all aspects.
in every
Yeah,
aspect. Being a
exactly.
side chick, being a wife, being all of that. But for me personally, I feel like at 30, the difference in all my situations now would be someone is prepared to give me a certain level of commitment and say, yeah, let's move together.
Okay.
And I hope
That's
you
it.
get that, and it's actually what.
Yeah, but that's what I would
because
want.
it's not. You shouldn't
That's
just
what I
want it
would
because it's
want.
just the surface.
Nah, I
It's-
think I'd be married
'cause
already,
there's
mate.
people that could give you that without that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100.
All right. Remember, we don't just trip and find husband. It's got to be boyfriend first,
Right, you
fiance,
got,
and then
like
husband.
my pastor says,
Yeah.
you got to check the soil.
It takes time to get from it takes time to get from the back seat to the passenger, baby. Yeah? You think you can just come up overnight? Stay down till you come up.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't
When
know.
you
I
got
don't
it
know
like
what
that,
he's
you
talking
can be the
about.
driver. I'm not trying
I
to
don't
be
know
the
what
driver.
he's talking about.
Anyway, so we're gonna wrap this one up, guys. Yeah. Obviously, we clearly didn't give a fuck here on Who Gives
Never.
a F. If you want to follow us, remember you can follow us on our social media platform, which is Convo. Raw.
Convo?
Being around the Jamaicans is
Convo.
rubbing off.
It's a convo.
It's the baby as well, you know. Convo. Convo_nation. I'm Missy Brownskin, aka Missy Pregnant Skin. This is Bobby. This is lovely Leanne. Yeah. And it's been lovely.
It has,
Yes.
guys.
All right then. Oh, my belly. I need to
I
wee.
need to pee.
Yeah. Are you pregnant,
I hate
Bobby?
all of you.
Bobby.
That's the rub.
Bobby, you pregnant? Yeah.